Hey y'all. What's up, YouTube? You know, I always coming to give y'all a quick little disclaimer. It's reality recap time. So let me go ahead and drop this in the comments. Hoo-wee. Girl. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody in between. I have been dropped upon this evening. This here drink that I got is gonna be something but a blessing, okay? Cause Jesus be offense. Where you at, friend? Hey, Janet girl. I don't know if it took it. Whatever.
Hi. I'm back and I'm feeling like myself.
Oh, we real cute. Hey, hair.
Yes, the hair is back.
Ooh. Friend, we got an offline conversation to have because I just got some shiz naive dropped upon my spirit.
Oh boy. Oh crap, I didn't bring my notes. Oh well.
That's all right. So, Janet, you're new here, so hey, girl. We are having a conversation about all things reality TV. So we typically will cover the Bravo sphere, so the Housewives, and OWN Network's programming specific to Love and Marriage Huntsville. So if you've never heard of those shows, you're about to find out today.
And we do Put a Ring on It and Ready to Love when that comes back. So
yes, and they're doing DC. So
yeah, very excited about this mess. What are you having for a cocktail?
Yeah. Oh yes. Focus. So today I was perusing through the Wegmans. Oh, let me get over here. I was perusing through the Wegmans, and they had this beautiful Perini Prosecco Rosé on the sale.
Okay.
So that's what we're having. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and buy me some shams. Okay.
Those are my two favorite things. So I brought the can of what I'm drinking. One of my friends invited me to a pool party and she had this as one of the drink options, and I thought I would share with y'all. It's called 5 Drinks if you haven't heard of it before. Hopefully you can you see it? 5 Drinks.
Okay.
5 Drinks, and they have pre-mixed cocktails. So there's like sorry for the mess if you can see that reflected, but this one's a Paloma, so it has tequila, grapefruit, soda, grapefruit, lime, and salt. This is the one she had, and I got it from Total Wine, but I saw at the alphabeticals they have.
You've been killing me with the alphabeticals. Oh
they have a mojito flavor. They have vodka soda. They have a bunch of different flavors. They have they have a 4-pack, but it doesn't have the Paloma, which is my favorite. And then I think they have like a couple of other assorted flavors in there too. So that's what I'm drinking with a little ice.
So I'm going to have to go to the alphabeticals, as you called it, and see if I can find that. It might be at our Total Wine, but sometimes Total Wine sells things regionally. So I've never seen that in there.
And a Paloma is a very, it comes in a box, like a white box with 4 in the pack for $10 and 9% alcohol by volume. It's good though.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out. I did do a quick little recap for the story today to let folks know that we would be in, but I figured because it's a holiday, folks might be at the cookout. So I'm salty to y'all because I don't have no cookout food, but that's all right.
That's fine. All right, we still gonna do our recap though. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the OWN Network people, our good friends over there at Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's start at the end.
Okay, I like that plan. Are you talking about Tiffany and her husband?
No, I'm talking about our favorite dodo
Oh,
bird and
Miss
her
Wanda
husband.
and Tisha.
Yes.
Marcel had me, I'm telling you, Marcel cracks me up. Marcel had me dying, peeping through that window like a peeping Tom onto his own porch.
Right.
I was like, it is your porch, sir. You could just open the door and go outside. Like he was in the window like, well, what's going on? Hey, Murray. Go like, what's going on out there? I'm like, sir, why don't you just go outside?
Mama, why is you all in the background going like this through the windows? He is crazy, really and truly.
He had me dying.
When she grabbed his face, I said, girl, you must be wanting to fight.
Oh my God. I was like, that is not your child. Like, and typically I'm very much Marceau ain't, Marceau is trash.
Absolutely.
Keep it cute. But at that moment, I was like, Tisha, that's not your child. And it seemed to me like she was putting on because her mom was there. Because she would never do that to Marceau if it was just the two of them at home. Ever.
Honestly, I don't even know that she was putting on for her mother. I almost feel like she was putting on for us. Because, like, if you think about it, we're in the 3rd season. So for 3 seasons, people have been dragging Tisha for her inability to speak up for herself.
Correct.
And to think for herself. Mm-hmm. So the idea that now all of a sudden in season 3, here you are, like loud and proud. I'm married. I'm not worried about other women. I don't care about all these stories. And like girl, but you do, because you bringing the shit up.
Every single time. Every single time. As I said, she does not have a filter. As I said, she does not have a button of like discretion of like, I'm gonna say this but not that. Like if it comes up in conversation, she's bringing it back to Marceau.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's just be looking at her, well, not I'm sure, we see him just looking at her like
I'm not getting ready to do this with you.
And like to the point of like the conversation he was having with the fellas where he was saying that he would never get married again, I could absolutely see why you wouldn't want to be married again. Look at the person that you married to.
Well, I think that's all up front. I think he very much enjoys being married to Tisha because I don't think Tisha gives him a whole lot of smoke. I don't get that feeling. I think when they're at home, Tisha just does what she's told. And all of these years, she has sort of done as she's told. She's not going to ruffle the feathers too much.
Because he can walk all over her, stomp all over her.
Yeah, it's fine. But Ray said, I'm not going to read the first part, but that she's sick of Tisha.
Listen,
and that
she's a dodo bird, okay? I'm with it. Like
that she never reads the room, and she doesn't.
What'd you say, Cam? Sorry.
Oh, I was just reading Marie's other comment of saying that she never reads the room. She doesn't.
No. I will give Tisha some credit though, because she did finally tell her mom basically to shut the fuck up.
About time.
Like, Wanda gonna have you losing your husband, girl. Like, you got to get this together.
Yeah. If you're, I don't like saying stuff against people's family, but like, if she gonna keep Wanda out her marriage, she ain't gonna have one. For better or worse. And that might be for the better, but that ain't how I think Tisha wants it to end. Yeah.
No, not with her 3 kids and then trying to do all of these businesses that you're trying to grow. Like, no, well, babe, that's not.
I mean, she's a single parent right now because Marceau already told the girls he is not interested in raising no damn children. So
no, not in the slightest.
Mm-hmm. They do need to stop giving Miss Wanda TV time. But on the other hand, Miss Wanda is highly entertaining. Entertaining.
Miss Wanda is the person that's going to carry the bone and drag the shit out.
Man, listen.
And so
the way she
is earning her check.
Yes, she is. And
her wig be smoked.
Child, her wig be given 1998 every single time. And I love it. I'm here for it.
Listen.
She was a good time.
I just want her nails, and she be having that hair laid, honey. It may not be, present day laid, but it's laid.
Laid to 1998 is what it's laid to. But
I'm saying her wig be smoked. She always got a new do when she come on the screen. It's a new do.
So but I know I need her to stay out of Kimmy's face because Kimmy ain't the one ordered to.
Honey, I was so
Baby.
here for Timmy, like, tell me what the F you see.
And of
She
course
was
she
going
ran
toe
that
to
back
toe.
to Tisha. Like she wasn't the one in the wrong. And Tisha's like, she said that to you? Like, you ought to know your mama is nuts. Like, why are you taking any? You need second and third party verification to believe anything Miss Wanda got to say, because she lied. She lied.
A whole lot. Like, girl, what is you talking about? She said that damn Kimmy had cussed her out. No, she didn't. I mean, y'all was cussing each other. That's what was happening.
She did not cuss out. She didn't cuss out, and she got frustrated. She got frustrated and cussed at her, but she didn't. I don't feel like she really cussed her out like that, because when you cuss somebody out, you come for all of their things.
And
so.
Kimmy need to, so that lady will go on about her business. But there was one point where, I guess toward the end of the back and forth, that Miss Wanda looked over to like one side of the room or whatever. I guess she was looking at the producers, and they probably was giving her the cue, like, wrap this up, sis.
Correct. Like, that's enough. Okay, we got what we do, Miss Wanda.
Good job. Now we got what we need. You are stupid.
So that was that. What else happened in that episode? Oh. That Tiffany. I can't stand that lady. The way her and her husband in that backyard on that riding lawnmower was revising history. Oh, Marae, did I tell you what it is? Oh, Marae said my drink looks good. I'm going to show y'all the can one more time. Sorry for the mess in the background.
Oh, Marae,
it's like 5, I don't know if that helps, but 5 drinks, Paloma. So it's like this thing that's in a can. I got it from Whole Foods.
I just heard something fall like it was in my house.
That's not good.
You see my face? I'm like,
I know. I was like, why your face so scrunched up?
I don't know. Maybe it was next door, but I heard something. I don't know. I mean, we on live right now, so I can't go investigate.
But yeah, the way she was like going off and like, I'm not, and he was like, I ain't gonna deal with this too many more times. Like, no, bitch, you said it. Now sit in it. Live with it. Apologize and do better. Like, there's nothing more to say. And she was like, oh, we were almost done when Kiowa. When Kiowa came to the party. No, you talked about Kiowa's child. Kiowa got every right to come and tell you how she feel about you. You talked about her child. You didn't talk about Kimmy's child. You talked about her child.
Okay.
So if Kiowa had came,
didn't even really come in and do a whole lot. She just was like, "Oh, I heard my son's name."
So what was said?
Hello.
Okay.
Like, girl, you would have full on felt the same way if any of this had happened with your child and your, social community or whatever the case may be. So to sit here and act like, hey, Moni Boo, to sit here and act like you so innocent, or it wasn't that big of a deal, and they putting 20 on 10, and what they should have did was fix their situation at home, and that's why it was so much drama. Like, girl, no, nix all of that. This wouldn't have been a situation for you to have to be a part of if you had kept your goddamn mouth shut.
And that is correct.
Talking about people's children is definitely always off the goddamn table.
Every single time.
So you trash for that. And then your husband is like, damn, Barney Rubble, he just gonna follow suit with you and your
ridiculous... Not Barney. What Barney had Barney to do? Rubble. What did Barney do? Sorry, my ring light is sketchy. Hopefully it'll stay on. If it don't, child, it's just gonna be off. And we gonna have to deal. But yeah, they got on my nerves with that. I was like, y'all could have sat down with that.
Listen, Barney Rubble, yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling my age.
Marae says she can go next season and not come back, and I agree.
Hello?
And also that you're messy when you start talking about people's children, and that is also correct. Like, you can say pretty much anything, but like, I think universally talking about people, specifically their underage children, is off limits.
But talking about their children, period, even if the damn child was grown. Baby,
Yes.
why?
Yes, but I feel like, yes, you can't really talk about people's kids, but if people's kids are in the mix and at the function, you know, it can get a little confusion, if you will. But, you know, I mean, because I've seen, for instance, I've seen on different housewife franchises where the grown children start coming into the mix. So, like, Vicky's daughter on OC. Tamara had her son in the mix on OC. Way back in the day, Caroline Manzo had her 3 grown children in the mix. So, like, when you have grown children in the mix, I think it gets dicier, and they can kind of stand on their. And Jacqueline had a grown daughter too. They can kind of stand on their own 2 feet. So, grown children is still, like Marae said, it's messy, but like underage children is absolutely off limits.
Yeah, and should be, because that's grounds for somebody to put hands and feet on you.
I tend to agree. So,
just like yeah, she can go. The conversation with Destiney and Miss Doing Too Much.
You just irritates me. Okay, this ring light is dead, so I don't know why it's not working, but whatever. I'm not gonna worry with it. She just does so much. Mel just gives too much. She just
Mel is obnoxious.
She's delusional
and call somebody aggressive. Girl, you are the epitome of aggressive. Your picture is next to the goddamn word in the dictionary. Like, what are you talking about, sis?
Yeah, absolutely. She's just aggravating. I can't abide her. She gets on my nerves so bad. Yeah, and
I feel Destiney too, in the sense that, like, in that moment, she's now being painted out by another Black woman as being aggressive for standing up for herself and defending her position. And that's not okay.
I don't like that either. I didn't like it either. Hey, JoJo. I didn't like it either. They could have did better. She should have known better than to call her aggressive like that. It just irritated me. Oh, Lord. Hey, Nick. We're talking about reality TV, so that's what we doing.
The way you was clearing these people, oh Lord.
Oh Lord, Jesus. Hi, Nick. But yeah, what else happened in the episode? Oh, Martell. Oh, he's so trifling.
He did not want to say that he loved that girl on TV, and I suspect, which I'm probably right, that it's other women out here that he is sliding the penis to, okay, on a consistent basis. So he didn't want to say that he loved that girl. Talking about, I love everybody. I wasn't
even talking about him. I wouldn't even talk about that. We know he lied when it comes to women. I'm talking about.
Yes, we messy today.
Every time we're on here. I was talking.
Hey, friend, my name is Dehjai. How you doing?
I'm talking about how he was ready to, like, go get his real estate license or his builder license so he could take the business from Mel. And, like, that was his soul.
He was not paying attention to that.
Oh my God.
On my nerves. So tell me what happened.
So basically he met with one of his other friends. He's now in business with a new friend because, you know, Melody had all of the building licenses and things to be able to move forward. So now he's partnering with somebody else. And he was like talking like, oh, I don't have my license. And the guy was kind of like, well, how did you let it go that long? Like, you need your own things. And he was like, well, we were married and I couldn't pass the test. I can't. I'm ignoring that.
Listen, Martell decides to pay this to anyone who's willing to catch it. Okay.
But he was basically like, well, how did you let it go this long? And Martell was like, I was married. We were married. I couldn't pass the test. Melody passed it the first time. She just sat down and studied and took it and passed it. So she had the license, but I was doing the work. And basically he was like, well, I'm going to try to get my license. Hurry up and get my license because I talked the builder into letting me have first dibs on the 47 acres or whatever. So basically he talked the builder, allegedly, into, like, giving him first dibs as opposed to letting his friend and Melody develop it.
Okay. I think that because I heard part of that, but I didn't know like the extent of it. I almost feel like that's the slight, the friend, and not so much the slight Melody. But
yeah, but
because
still
she's involved,
money.
because she's involved, she gonna go off the rails because that's what Melody does.
Yeah, but not just that. It's like it affects your children too, and you're taking money out of it. And it's like I can understand even if he had went to her and said, "Hey, you know that we both know that I'm the person who actually did the work. You have the license. Let's continue to work together." Like Tarek and Christina on Flip or Flop. They was like, "Girl, we got the business and we gonna work together because we gonna figure this shit out."
That damn Melody said, "Hell to the no, I'm dissolving it." And that's what she did.
But I'm saying if she had gone, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If he had gone back to her with some like humility or anything like that, she might have been convinced. That's what I'm saying. He can't do stuff like that. Both of them are too petty to be able to see, to be able to see like the opportunity to make all this money in front of them. They're too busy trying to spite each other. So it would never work. But it's like, that's the way you do it. It's not you go and take money away from your ex-wife. Like, that's not going to make matters any better, for sure.
Do you even know what the show is about, honey?
Don't. But yes, Nick, she does suck. She sucks. And she sucks and her ex-husband sucks. So yes, you are correct. Even though you shooting completely blind, but yes, you're correct. What's the show I wanted? He said, or the show is Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's on OWN network. I'm not sure you know where that is on the dial, but you'll find it. You'll find it.
Is Nick of a different persuasion?
Yes.
Oh.
But Ray said they are not thinking of the coin. They are fools, and they are.
Child, but like, you can't, that's just too much bad press. I can't imagine that they would be able to work together.
No, they could
successfully.
But it can be done. If you want to do it bad enough, it can be done. So
Nick, you funny, okay? You cracking me up today.
Yes. So what else we got? Anything else on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Are we ready to move?
I don't think so.
All right, well, let's stay with OWN and go over to Put a Ring on It.
Girl, let's get the juiciest piece out of the way.
And then we're gonna discard the rest of them because it was nothing else.
Really. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But how about the one thing that I will say is things that I cannot stand is bad makeup. And whoever did LaRonda's makeup, like, watch this, had silvery blue eyeshadow and neon pink lipstick. It was just like everything was clashing. It was like her lips and her eyes was fighting.
This is not my ministry, so I'm gonna let you say that.
Girl, but then when I looked at Jessica, they had the same makeup. And I was like, and you all let this happen? You looked at each other and was like, oh, okay, yeah, you look nice, sis. Like, what is going on?
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Well, thank you. It's freshly done. My hair is freshly done. Thank you. What is that woman's name? Who is the side chick? What's her name?
What's that chick?
Oh, Jesus. The one, oh, Lord. Why can't Darian and Alexia?
Oh, yes.
Kai.
You know what? Shade. All shade. Who she remind you of that we know together?
I don't have an answer for that.
Come on. Start with A.
Stop it. I'm not doing that with you.
Oh, everything I love. I said, damn.
I will not be participating in that. Thank you.
I'm sorry. She do.
Not doing that with you. All right. So Kai is too old to have fell for all of those stupid ass lines that Darian was giving her. Too old. He was basically, for some background people, so he had this girlfriend for 14 years.
Oh, I was right. He was in Field Mob.
No, I was right. You said Goody Mob or something.
Did I?
Yeah, and I said, no, field. It was the field. It was the field. So anyways, he was with this woman for 14 years. They agreed to date other people. So in a controlled environment, but then he slept with one of the people he was dating. So that's what happened. And so then the lady that he was dating, Kai, came back and was like, well, we're together. And he was kind of like, humming and hawing. And 14 years, Moni, 14 years. Off and on though, like off and on, because he ended up having more relationships and children and all of that stuff in between.
In the 14 years.
Within the 14 years since they have been dating.
3 children.
Correct. So they agreed to date other people in this like controlled therapy sort of environment.
It's the premise of the show, Nick.
It's the premise of the show. So
he was already dating other people in the 14 years, but then he came to this controlled environment to continue to do so. I'm
not sure he ever stopped dating other people, if we're being completely honest.
Listen, remember I told you my theory that I believe that him and the person that looks like somebody we know had known each other prior to this show.
Probably. But anyway, so he cheated on the girlfriend, the 14-year girlfriend, with this new lady. And then the new lady was like, well, we're together. And the old one is like, well, he told me all this stuff about you. And the new one is like, well, he told me that y'all wasn't really together. Blah, 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 blah. And he's sitting up there looking like an idiot to the point where, and she storms off. It was very, in the case of you are not the it was giving that. That's how she ran off the stage, you know.
Ooh, so she wanted some TV time. She wanted her 15 minutes of fame.
Fine. So Egypt had to go and console her. It was like, he's a liar. He lied to both of y'all. So it's no reason for you to be mad at her or her to be mad at you. Like, he's the one that lied to both of y'all.
That part.
So, but she's too old. She's too old to have believed that shit.
Agreed, but I also feel like she's just not emotionally intelligent enough to separate having beef with the girlfriend and beef with the nigga that put you in some bullshit. Like she's just not there. She don't have it.
Yeah, she is a fool, to be honest. Even 100%. Though again, you don't know what you're talking about. But yes, you're drawing the right conclusions, Nick. You're getting there.
Listen, the context is here, okay? Nick is like, I got it. You're doing good.
Ooh.
Divorce, baby. They won't even marry.
They weren't even married.
You know, in Georgia, I almost feel like after a certain amount of time, it's common law.
Okay, sure. But common law can still pack their bags and leave. So.
I mean, hello? But when the thing that killed me is he tried to say that him and Alexia weren't together when he slept with I think her name was Kai, when he slept with Kai. And I'm like, but you're on this show as a couple trying to work through your differences so that you can get down the aisle potentially. Absolutely. And so like how this is not computing. The math ain't mathing.
The math is not mathing.
Like, what are you talking about?
Totally agree.
I'm laughing at that too, Murray. Listen, Nick, you need to be here every Monday, okay? You was a good time.
Well, eventually she did, and hopefully it sticks this time because she's apparently walked away a few times, and they still been back and forth. So, yeah.
I'm like, what? I mean, he must have been fucking the hell out of her, like senseless. I just don't understand it. Because 3 kids after the first one, it's like, all right, well, 2.
I think she had reason to like justify it. For background for y'all that don't watch. She was playing basketball in Europe, so I think she probably, you know, was able to say like, oh, well, we were kind of not together because I was overseas, and that's probably how she justified all along the way. And now she's like back in Atlanta full time, and he's still treating her like trash. And it's like, no, sis, there's nothing to justify anymore.
None. Never was.
Mm-mm. And Moni said dusty. It's time to pack the bags. So yeah.
Okay. Long time ago. The honorable mentions. So of course, like I said, I hated the makeup. Moni, you probably would have hated it too. And I love Dr. Nicole, but why her hair always pulled back in this ponytail situation? She ain't gonna have no edges wearing that hair snatched back like that all the time, because that should be tight.
Oh no.
It'd be tight.
We want you to have edges, Dr. Nicole. Please keep your edges intact.
Hello, she's so beautiful, and I love her. And I'm like, her hair looks like it's beautiful. Why it's always snatched back like that? I mean, it looked like, you know, when you was 4 or 5 years old, sitting between your mama legs, and she was brushing and snatching you back to the point that your eyes was like this.
Mm-hmm. So, and let's have a quick moment for T.I. Jason and that woman that he was.
I'm so glad you called him T.I. That's his name, forever and always.
I'm glad that, you know, he kept it very like, oh, we didn't exchange phone numbers. We didn't do any of that, because Jessica would have a problem. Jessica would have a problem on her hands if they had done any of the above. And just because they didn't exchange phone numbers, you know, there's a million ways to get in contact with people. So
that part. And so who's to say that that didn't actually happen? And how about there was a moment where it was like something slick said by the Panamanian woman, Leilani. Where it sounded like they was going to have a threesome, kind of like last season. And I was just like,
oh yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
What's going on here?
Can't say for sure.
Listen, Moni, it was like this shimmery, silvery blue situation on the top. And like, I'm trying to think of a lip color that you would know, that we would know together. Impassioned by MAC, like a neon pink, or All Fired Up, which is like a reddish hot pink. It was bad.
Moni said, oh my. Sis. It's not even wine, Nick. It's a beverage. Have you heard of the 5 drinks? This seemed like something you would like, Nick. 5 Drinks Co. This is a Paloma. It has tequila.
Animal right there.
Yeah, tequila, grapefruit soda, grapefruit, lime, and salt. And they have a bunch of different flavors. I got it from Total Wine. 5 drinks. So, anyway.
Sounds awful. Wait, the makeup or the drink? Because the drink is probably good.
The drink is delicious.
Judgment. I mean, if it's in a can, it may not be all that dangerous. If you get a real Paloma, then that's different.
I mean, I don't know. If you have a couple of these cans, it might only take a couple to really get you where you need to be.
The makeup was tragic, boo. I'm trying to tell you. It was horrible. And then to know that, like, when you looked across at the other chick, Jessica, who was with T.I. Jason, they had the same look. I was like, did she do her makeup?
Might have.
What happened?
Might have, because, you know, Jessica is like the influencer and the model and things, so she might have.
Yeah, but, like, she could have looked better than that. Them looks are fire.
I've seen her look better than that. That's true.
Yes. I'm like, what was this jasmine, you know, ponytail that she had going on? That was not, it wasn't doing it for me. So without knowing the show, T.I. Jason is balding and he needs to get some transplants. Jessica.
And an ex-football player, so you're probably correct that he is a cheater, but go ahead.
Jessica is beautiful, but she has like, I should not say this.
Probably not.
It was about to slide out. I caught myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a tragic experience. If you know where I'm going, I'm just not going to say it. Woo! I'm so glad I'm not tipsy because I would have said that.
Is it? Never mind.
On the show. Oh, we have LaRonda, who always looked like she needed to sit down in the salon chair. And
it was giving early 2000s rap. I actually appreciated LaRonda's, for nostalgic purposes, if nothing else, but like it always gave me like, oh, I remember when I used to wear my hair like that.
Yes, but your hair was trimmed and, you know, it didn't look like it was dead ends at the bottom.
Listen, I went through some phases too, so I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah, but all the stylists in your family, I can't imagine that you had dead ends at the bottom. But we're gonna move on along.
It got dicey one particular year, but yes.
Oh, was I around for that time?
I don't believe so. Maybe. Yes. It was right before I went natural that it started getting a little wonky because I was in the wrong hairstylist chair. You know.
Yeah, I do remember that. Okay. LaRonda is beautiful, but like the style and then I don't know. I guess she had done her hair herself at one point when it looked like she had some dead ends at the bottom. Because then after that, you didn't see it again. I guess she went and got a haircut.
Yeah, she probably just needed to get a haircut. Man, it was fine.
Beautiful girl, but tragic makeup, tragic clothes. And then
but she seemed, one thing about LaRonda is she seemed very like loving and very affectionate, and she was always very, you know, warm. She seemed warm. And this is coming from an ice queen.
I mean,
she seemed warm to me.
I don't doubt that she was warm. I just the relationship with homeboy I didn't understand. But you know, it ain't for me or anybody else to understand.
Well, it seemed like he needed a nurturer and she's nurturing. That's what it looked like to me. Like he needed yeah.
But the thing I was going to mention was the football player, the ex-pro player that she went on a date with, called him her child. Now, Derek was fine. But, like, not Derek. Derek was the last one. I'm talking about
I thought you were talking about, oh, sorry, I got confused. Go ahead.
Yeah, now I don't remember what his name was, but he was good looking.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, that ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. He called Sean her child. And I was like, that's so rude.
No, we're not talking about that, Nick. That's not at all what we're discussing.
We moved on. So there's 3 couples on this show that are doing this.
3 couples on the show. All right.
One couple is Jessica and T.I. Jason. The other couple is LaRonda and Sean.
Yes.
And all the drama was with the people that was, you know, sleeping with other folks and had 3 kids in 14 years and all that. That's
the drama.
Okay.
All right. So, are we ready to move to Potomac?
Before we do, rest in peace to Gregg Leakes, because
yes, that made me sad.
That's really tragic. I was not expecting. I know we said last week, or I said last week that I thought that he had passed or that he was in transition. Yeah. And then Joy had cleared it up for us. But damn, like I really didn't expect that. He was only a little bit older than my mom, man. I was just like,
yeah, super sad.
Yeah.
So prayers to
the Leakes family, excuse me.
Definitely. All right, Potomac. I don't even know what to say about them.
Tired already.
It's just, it's not giving. Yes, Gregg was also my favorite house husband. Well, he's in the top 3.
Yeah.
Definitely top 3.
Gregg, Todd.
Todd is not in my top 3.
Todd, he's just funny to me. But me and Todd have the same birthday, so I feel like that's why I like him.
Okay. I'm trying to think who
Uncle Ben was a good time when he was on the show.
Yeah, Peter. Yes.
Yes, but
I think Frank is my favorite. Frank Catania.
Oh yeah,
in New Jersey, Dolores.
I had to think about it.
Dolores' ex-husband.
Biased? No, I didn't know he had my birthday until this year.
Biased. Peter was messy. Peter was so messy. But no, the New Jersey, I don't like them. Okay, I don't know how to put this, but New Jersey's house husbands as a group they have the best time together. Like, they are, as a group, as a collective, they are a good time. They're all well, not all of them. I think Bill Aiden is good, but most of them are kind of a little bit trashy and very old fashioned. But Frank Catania always has me on the floor. He is hilarious to me.
I'm gonna really have to start watching the Housewives in New Jersey again. Matter of fact, I think, are they coming back first? Because oh no, it's Utah that's coming back next week.
Yes.
Atlanta is not ready, which is odd. Normally, it's Atlanta that starts this time.
Yeah, I think it's Utah, and then it's probably going to be Jersey, and then Atlanta.
That's so strange. I don't like it. I'm used to having my ATL girls in the fall.
Well, I think we got Potomac early. That's the problem. So, yes.
We got Potomac late. They were supposed to start in May. And then it got pushed back.
No, we got 2 Potomac seasons pretty close. Like, they ended Potomac, and because I remember feeling like, it's coming back already? Like, haven't we missed some people in between?
Why do you hate everybody named Frank? That don't make no sense, Fred.
You're going to have to explain that for us, Nick. Why do you hate everybody named Frank? What did Frank do to you? Help us understand. But anyways, what were we saying about Potomac? I don't even remember what happened, to be honest. And I don't have my notes with me.
All right, friend. We don't know what you're talking about. We just gonna calculate you, though.
My God.
Because you like Frank. That's why he.
You
on my side. Okay. All right, friend.
Ciao, bye. Anyway. What happened? I don't even remember.
At the end, we had Candiace cussing out, what's her name? Ashley. Candiace. Not Candice. Candiace. That's how you said her name. I'm going to say it like that forever now.
Candiace is awful. She is horrendous. She is vile. Talking about that girl when she just had a baby, and the way she was talking to her husband who's helping her out, like,
because Candiace is very spoiled, so she fully expected for him to drop his own projects to continue to step
not his own projects. This is not his own. My thing is, this is not his own projects. This is his career. Okay.
Right. Yes. But
this is the career.
At the time, like, he's not working, so like he's been taking different projects here and there.
Yes, but they're paying out of pocket for all of Candiace's ventures and endeavors. So there needs to be money coming in to the household, and he had a restaurant, and so if his contribution, and he has children. True. He has children that he needs to support. It can't be all Candiace. Like, he needs to be keeping his money coming in too, and keeping himself out there so that when the world opens back up, or, open back up, because I'm sure this was 6 months ago, like, that he's still relevant and people still want to book him and, like, have him cook for them. It's like she's acting like this is some little side project that he took on that was in her way. It's like,
why did you take a project while I was going to have da-da-da? And he was like, I already had this book prior to all of your things. Like, and why don't you know this as his wife?
And it's his career. And then she would be the main one, like, oh, well, you need to find something else to do because I can't be the only one supporting us and all this other. She's one of those. So it's like, girl, which one is it?
Child, hello. Nick said that he loves to cook. Are you a good cook, friend?
Friend, are you a good cook? Okay. He isn't going to be making much supporting her music career, and he's not.
No.
Because her music career is not making any money.
He said I don't.
It's not making any money. So what is it?
Okay, well, which one is it now, friend? Because first you said I don't, then you said what? Now it's the best. Which I'm
don't pay it. You You have to get to a point where you've met Nick now, so you got to get to a point where you know when to start ignoring him, and then loop him back in when he starts making sense again.
Once you, what? She is confused. What are you talking about?
You see me. I'm looking at the comments like, girl, we're not gonna do that one.
Oh, mid comment. Okay, you're the best cook. Okay, what you be cooking, friend?
Nothing. Correct, Moni. It's a hobby. It is a hobby at best. And, listen, it can get to a point where it's a real career, but at this moment, it's a hobby, and her husband is supporting her hobby. And she's mad at him for going out and making money to support her.
You're not really finna be nobody's gonna be Beyonce, but I wouldn't give her 7th Streeter, even though she can sing. Like, girl, you about to be singing in a go-go band. It's gonna be okay.
And it'll be just fine. Well, is she gonna be singing in a go-go band? Because, her deal was with the go-go artists, the go-go people, but she don't have no deal no more. She said she's independent now. So, and she's financing all
this. Even if she ever signed that deal, because it could have been all this excitement and folderol last season, but nothing was ever.
No, she said she did not sign the deal. The deal did not come through. So she said that in the beginning of the season that she's financing all of this because the deal did not come through.
Well, I mean, he passed away this year too, so.
So, anyway.
She would have been still doing the same thing either way, now that he has passed on.
Yeah.
No guarantees, and, other partners picking up your music and wanting to continue to produce with you, so.
I'm trying to think. Anything else happened on Potomac? I don't think so. It was kind of boring this week.
I'm like, what happened?
Nothing.
All shade. I literally thought when Karen went to that event, to the event space for her dress try on, that she was in there with Wendy until Wendy got there.
Same. I did too.
Like, that's not Wendy.
I think I was just half paying attention, but I definitely thought that was Wendy.
Okay. I really did.
I did too. I was like that.
She was so excited, and I was like, "Damn, that girl looked like she was her sister, like for real." For real. I did thought that was Wendy in the pink sweater.
I did too. Like literally, when Wendy pulled up, I was like, "Wendy ain't already there."
Exactly.
Like,
like now, Nick. I'm like,
you
talking about friend.
He's talking about you.
Oh, I mean, it's all shade because I did thought that was her sister. That not her sister. I thought that was Wendy.
I thought it was Wendy too. I have a few words. If we're done with Potomac, I have a few words for those hoes in Beverly Hills.
Oh, I don't think I went to Beverly Hills. So what happened?
They continue to run me hot over the same stuff we've been talking about week after week. But I'm gonna say it again. Erika needs to find a different audience. Erika don't need to be on this show, to be honest, at all.
Now while these court proceedings is going on,
allegedly, they have now subpoenaed Bravo for all of the footage, even the stuff they did not air. So I was like, oh, they about to count up all of the times where her assistants and her glam squad was on the Tokyo trip. I don't remember if they went to Tokyo or not. They went.
No, they was in Japan. So I don't know if it was Tokyo.
So that trip, to every trip to find them millions of dollars that she put on her Amex that was held by Tom Girardi's law firm.
Girl, Erika, girl, you should have been like, I'm gonna sit this season out. I understand collecting.
You need the money,
but
you need the money.
In this situation, I'd have just sat this season out
completely. And
did we lose Can?
Child, am I back?
Oh yeah, you back.
Okay. Sorry. My little Instagram limit was like, oh girl, you out of time. I'm like, girl, leave me alone.
How you out of time and you're on the live for our Instagram? That don't make no sense.
I don't know. But what's I gonna say? Erika needs to go find talk to a therapist or call Tom and take out all her problems, because she is up here acting like these women have done so much harm to her. She was like, why are you guys talking? Why are you doing this to me? Every time I come here, you're telling me this. Why are you doing this to me? Crying. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody did nothing to you but film a reality TV show with you. Nobody's done anything to you. Tom has done something to you. Nobody at this table has done anything to you.
Hell, you have done something to yourself. Because, like, while you may not have known exactly how the money was coming in or where the money was coming from, you not ever checking the books like Sutton said, not ever wanting to know, you know, the ins and outs of your business.
That was your bad.
You did that.
You did that. You did that.
That don't make no sense. So basically, you was a dummy company.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, you know, laundering the money through you.
That's how it works.
So now you on the hook for it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about next. We're gonna keep going.
I was just like, she just kept lashing out and then having these outbursts. And then she's having an outburst at Sutton. And I'm like, I really hope she watches this back and sees that Dorit and Kyle and everybody else had a legal opinion. They talked to their lawyers. They talked to their friend that was a lawyer. Sutton was the only one smart enough to go talk to her real lawyer and get some time on the books. Like, hey, I'm investigating this. But the other girls was like, well, my friend, he's a lawyer. My neighbor, talk to my neighbor about it. He happens to be a lawyer. No, y'all all talk to lawyers about this. Stop it.
Right. And that's the part that really was taking me out. Like, all of that, like, we were having a conversation last week about how Dorit was talking to Griselle. I keep trying to call her Griselle.
Yes.
But how she was talking to Garcelle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but girl, like, you was in that conversation just as gung-ho as Sutton was.
Absolutely.
Everybody within this circle has spoken to someone in the legal field trying to make sure that all their bases was covered and that their asses was clear of the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
They have,
except for Lisa Rinna, and Lisa Rinna's getting deposed. So
because Lisa was dumb.
Because she was dumb. But yeah, then she was like really going off at Sutton, and I was like, I don't even really fool with Sutton like that, but
no,
she was right.
Annoying, but she was
right
100% right, and
right
let me speak to my legal team to make sure that I am okay.
Yeah.
And also understanding that, you know, like making it clear that she didn't want to necessarily be associated with homegirl while she's going through this process, because at that point it makes you also radioactive, because people start looking at y'all like, what y'all was doing.
Mm-hmm. So that was happening, and then Kathy, so the dinner was at Kathy's house, and she proceeded to make everybody at the table feel poor. So, you know, I felt very destitute. So even just watching it, I was like, yikes. Like, Kathy was like, I hate going to dinner parties, and it's all of the things that we've already seen before. We've seen this place setting before. We're not interested in that. So I got a new place setting. And she was like, Kyle was like, well, what did you get? And she was like, I got these baccarat plate things.
Yes, them candelabras, them baccarat candelabras that was like $1,100 a piece.
And she had like 12 of them on the table.
Oh, I'm like, I remember her like pulling them out, and then that was beautiful, but $1,100 a piece. That is wealth.
Okay. Then she had the pass plates, girl. They had everything on the silver platter. They was passing everything around. The staff was scared to go by Erika and offer her a lamb chop, y'all. It was a good time. That little dinner was a good time. So.
Oh my God. It's not scared to go by her and offer her a lamb chop.
They were. I'm serious. The man was over there, and Kathy was like, I can't remember the man. Let's just call him Alfred. I don't know. Alfred is afraid to go offer Erika a lamb chop because of all of what's going on over there. And Kathy was kind of like, look, of course they didn't go by this. It's housewives. They have to start mess. But Kathy was kind of like, listen, I paid a lot of money for this food, and I like to have my food at peace. And so y'all need to take that somewhere else at the end. Can we get through dinner? And of course they could not. But Kathy was trying to get through her meal, honey. Kathy don't play when it come to food. When she ready to eat, she ready to eat,
She
child.
don't miss no meals. But Miss Kathy girl be really not knowing what the hell going on.
And
that table where her and Lord Garcelle and Dorit was having that banter back and forth, and then when Kyle sat down with her sister, and she like homegirl didn't know what the hell was going on. She was like, that happened. And it's not even like her being pretentious. She literally is in her own world. I almost wonder if sis is, inebriated on some sort of medical cocktail all of the time. Because she really is out to sea.
She'd be really like out of it. Completely like, you'd be like, Kathy, now what? She's like much needed comic relief to this season because it is just so heavy. And with Erika hollering and crying all the time, it's just like, and everybody getting fingers pointed at them, and Dorit with her fake accent. It's just too much. It's too much.
I have always wondered about that. I'm like, where are you from?
She is from Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. She is American, honey. American. She is. She's American. She lived in Italy for a while because she did some other stuff. And then she lived in London and met PK in some order. So she lived in London for a while. But child, that accent is completely made up. And listen, I'm a person who takes on accents. So I get it. But I feel like if I had been back in America for so long, I would have taken back on the California accent. I wouldn't still have a fake British accent. That's ridiculous. That does not make any sense.
Because I was like, I always have wondered, but I never have like been invested enough in the show to find out all of this. I had no idea sis was from the US of A.
Oh yes.
She's
incredibly American, child.
Not incredibly American.
Regular.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I mean, do she come from wealth? Like, what is?
No, she comes from a regular background. I feel like they show her parents one season. I don't remember, but I feel like I've seen her family background. But no, they regular as hell. This whole Dorit persona that she has now is completely fabricated. Completely.
So is her name really Dorit?
I don't know.
Bet you her name is something like Dorothea. Might be. And so forever now, her name is gonna be Dorothea on this show because Miss Girl.
It's a lot. She's just too much. She gets on my nerves. And she's really been pissing me off this season, acting like, oh, I didn't do anything. And Garcelle be sitting back ready to pull her card, but she's like, I'm gonna let her cook. Until she's not. So that's it.
That is a mess. I'm gonna have to, you know what? I need to go on ahead and make sure I watch the season. Put it on the DVR.
And New York is finally over, thank God. I'm gonna be very curious about the reunion for New York. So
yeah, I can't deal with Ramona's hysterics. It's just too much for me.
They did have a cute little like last episode where they did like a personality swap. So Luann was Ebony and Ebony was Luann. So they swapped. So they had to like act out the whole night in character. And then Ramona and Leah swapped. And Sonia and Bertrand.
Didn't Leah come with a IV drip?
Yes. And Ramona came with like a one shoulder top. She did a really good Leah though. So Ramona and Leah, and then it was Bertrand and Sonia. So I guess it was designed to be like the people who are at odds with each other. And so that was that. It was funny though. It was good. It was a good way to end the season, a light note to end the season on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. Well, I don't have no shows for the evening, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, Nick, and for staying the whole time. I'm really shocked. But come back. This was fun. Come back next week.
Yeah,
we do it every week at 6:30.
hopefully at 6:30, because this might be a little late sometimes. We usually try to be here at 6:30. Follow Black and Curious TV, and that way you'll get the most relevant updates for this Monday night show. So
that's it.
all right, y'all. Peace out.
Later.